Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of 1990s Represent. We're wrapping up our seventh cycle of 1993 with a video game. And this episode, we're talking about Zombies Ate My Neighbors. So, didn't play this right when it came out. I think the first time I played it was probably through like a Super Nintendo emulator. That's what we'll be using for the gameplay in this video a little later on. But I remember reading like Nintendo Power at the time, Electronic Gaming Monthly, and I remember seeing this game advertised a lot. And it's kind of based on your like 1950s kind of B movie, like zombie movies and things like that. When I played it, I haven't played it for quite a while, but I remember enjoying it. And from what I remember, basically it's a top-down perspective, and you are just going around the neighborhood rescuing your neighbors from various zombies and other monsters. I have some notes here. We're going to get through those notes, and then we'll jump into our gameplay after that. Let me get this open here. All right, here we go. So Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Couldn't find an exact release date for this. And I was kind of surprised it actually came out so late, because I was thinking this was a midsummer release in 1993. It's actually in September. So I remember seeing advertisements for it in like June or July, maybe August, in those various magazines. So I kind of thought it came out in that period, like in the middle of the summer. But ended up coming out in September 1993 for the Super Nintendo. And then a couple months later in November on the Sega Genesis. Kind of also forgot that this was developed by LucasArts. So LucasArts developed it, published by Konami. Apparently, something I didn't know about this was a year later, in 1994, there was a somewhat sequel release called Ghost Patrol. So I never heard of Ghost Patrol. That was essentially the sequel to this game. Like I said, the kind of vibe of this game is classic horror movies, zombies, B-movie horror, stuff like that. It's a pretty fun game, or pretty fun like theme. Apparently, development started out initially just on the Super Nintendo, and then about midway through developing it, they decided to also port it over to the Sega Genesis. Apparently, the game has some censorship on the Super Nintendo version, because this came out before the ESRB, and I remember it was like a year later, in 1994, when Mortal Kombat 2 got ported to the Super Nintendo, that I think Nintendo kind of finally relented on their like censorship and violence in video games kind of thing. Because I think they knew if they did the same thing they did to the original Mortal Kombat port for the Super Nintendo, where blood was replaced with sweat and several of the fatalities were changed, that people would just buy the Genesis version. So the Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo wars, console wars, if you will, were going pretty strong at this time. So I feel by the time Mortal Kombat 2 came out, Nintendo kind of just threw up their hands and were like, hey, let's port the game as it is so we don't lose the sales of this game to the Genesis. So this came out about a year before that. So they kind of wanted blood replaced with I think various colors of ooze. So they did some censorship there. Let's see here. Again, that was before the ESRB. And then apparently in several European countries, they censored it even further by changing even just the title of the game from Zombies Ate My Neighbors to simply just Zombies. So it's known as, or was known as, Zombies in several European countries, because probably the term Ate My Neighbors was maybe too violent for them or something like that. Kind of didn't initially sell particularly well, but over the years it became kind of like a cult classic. So sales weren't great, but then people liked the game, and it became like a classic kind of after that. We're going to jump into some quick reviews here before we jump into our gameplay. Let me actually just load these up here. So the reception of the game was pretty good. So Game Rankings has it at an 84.5%. All Games gave it a 4 out of 5. I think that is for the Genesis version. So yeah, Electronic Gaming Monthly, a 42 out of 50 for the Genesis version. GamePro has it at an 18.5 out of 20 for the Super Nintendo version. IGN gives it an 8 out of 10. Nintendo Life, same with an 8 out of 10. Looks like a 3.8 out of 5 by Nintendo Power. Then Video Game and Computer Entertainment gave the Super Nintendo version a 9 out of 10. Sega 16, an 8 out of 10 from them. And then Power Unlimited has the Super Nintendo version at a 91% and the Genesis version at a 90%. So overall, pretty good reviews. Like I said earlier, didn't sell particularly well, at least right at first, but then kind of word of mouth caught on and people started actually enjoying the game. So that is going to do it for this part of the video. We're now going to jump over into our Super Nintendo emulator and get the gameplay started, and we'll be right back with that. Alright, here we go. Loading up. We go Konami. Got LucasArts. Like I mentioned earlier, kind of totally forgot that they developed this before doing my research for the video. But got some spooky sounding attract music going. Pretty cool. Alright, let's go ahead and start. Alright, so level 1 here. Looks like you have like a, I think it's supposed to be a water gun. I think one of the neighbors died, so there's that. Alright, rescue that guy. And then we've got trampolines to jump between areas. There's the exit. Let's go in. I think I had one neighbor die. Let me see here. Complete. Yeah, so I think we did. Alright, level 2. Evening of the Undead. Alright. So kind of very cheesy B-movie vibe. Rescue that guy. Oh. Rescue a cheerleader. Yep, in the pool. Get him. No key yet to get in there. No key for that one. Coins, some bonus points probably. Oh, took a hit there. Oh, man. All right, level finished. Did I get all of them? No, I guess I missed some. Right, Terran aisle 5. Let's see what we got now. So it looks like so we're in a mall, kind of like a kid to, I think it's Dawn of the Dead. Oh, a lot of zombies. I gotta get out of here. All right. I gotta get over there to get the cheerleader. Oh, I guess those are... Yeah, you can't rescue them, alright. Should have not... If they're swinging axes, I'm probably gonna not want to rescue them anyway, but... Whoa, flaming spirits? Grab the key. Alright, and we're really low on health. Nope, no key to get in there. Alright. Bunch of toxic waste. I gotta get over there. I don't know how to get over there to get those guys. Whoa! Oh man, got killed. All right. Oh man, it spawned me right in front of that axe-wielding kid. All right. I was already in the store, so let's... And I'll show you where we are on the level. So we're on the... Are we there? Nope, can't go through there. Let's go down a level again. Can we go through here? Yeah. I think. Nope. Alright, I am kind of stuck. Alright. Is that everybody? Let's go check. No key to get in there, so let's exit. Alright, level complete. We did lose a life on that level. Level 4 now, that's what we got. Chainsaw, hedge maze, mass mayhem? Whatever it was? Alright. So we're back outdoors. Oh my gosh! Alright, absolutely slaughtered by that guy. Some other weapons to use. Alright, I think we got him. Alright. Oh my gosh. Alright. Don't even know what that does. Now I'm the monster. Alright. Alright, got him. Will it let me even... It won't let me rescue that guy if I'm in this form, I don't think. Nope. And I do not know how to change back. I don't think I don't think I can rescue. No, I got them. It's just not letting me on the trampoline. Alright, we're changing back, alright. Alright, got them. Alright, they're rescued. No idea how I'm supposed to get in there. Alright, let's try to get over there. Alright, we can turn into a beast again? Nope. I do not know how to... I need to... Oh, there goes a neighbor, alright. Oh, I'm cornered. Is this gun like completely useless on him? And I'm gonna be out of ammo there. Oh my god. Alright. That thing, I can't get him in the blast radius of the thing. And I think that's game over, right? Yeah, there we go. Kind of forgot how challenging of a game this is, but yeah, there we go, game over. But still a fun game here. Let's just go. Where's the W? All right, there we go. Okay, let's see, 29,330 points. So not great, I don't think, but yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Definitely a kind of fun game. Kind of forgot how difficult the game would be. But yeah, that's going to do it for now. So remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We'll see you again in a few days. We'll be jumping back into 1994. We're really looking forward to that. Until then, thanks again for watching. Take care and have a good one. See ya.